It's not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Let me tell you guys something, and this is just my opinion. Chase and a whole lot of other banks are having serious liquidity issues. They're severely over leveraged. They're hanging on by their fingernails, and they can collapse at any time. And what they're going to do, they're going to be running to the government and asking them for bailouts to save them. But I don't think that's going to happen. And it's going to have a detrimental effect on the entire global economy. Look at what happened at J.P. Morgan Chase. And to me, this is another indication that they do not care about retail investors. They do not care about their customers. And on top of that, they're trying to hold on to every single penny that they can because their liquidity is drying up. A JP Morgan Chase employee stole $30,000 from a client of JP Morgan Chase. Stole $30,000 through some wire transfer, some kind of fraud nonsense that the employee initiated. And then, not only that, the employee was arrested and charged with the crime of stealing the money. And JP Morgan Chase refused to return the money to the client. Can you imagine? You're a bank. Your bank employee steals money from one of your bank customers, and you refuse to return the money that your employee stole? You have to be having real liquidity issues. You have to really have a disdain for your customers, where you want to hold on to $30,000 that your employee stole, the employee that you vetted, the employee that you put in that position of authority. And not only that, it's not speculation that the employee stole the money. The evidence is overwhelming that the Chase employee stole the money. He was arrested for it. It's an open case. And Chase refused to return the money to the client. The only reason Chase returned the money to the client is when a TV station picked up the story and started talking about it. Had the TV station not picked up the story about the Chase employee stealing the $30,000 from the client and Chase refusing to refund the client the money, the client would still be fighting with Chase over the $30,000. And you know what this tells me? This tells me there's probably hundreds of cases similar to this, where employees have engaged in questionable activity and the banks refuse to return the money because they can, and they feel the customers don't have the correct legal representation to take Chase to court. And a lot of time with these bad actors, you know how they do in lawsuits. They know that they're the big dog. They know their pockets are deep. And they try to bleed you out. They try to make the lawsuit run as long as possible so they can bleed you out. But in my opinion, the fact that the Chase employee stole the $30,000, Chase knew they stole the $30,000, but refused to give the money back to the client, tells me that Chase has a disdain for retail investors, for their customers, the smaller customers anyway, and they must be having real liquidity issues to risk doing something like this, knowing that it would become public knowledge eventually. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Why do you think Chase refused to return the $30,000 that the Chase employee stole and was arrested for? Do you think it's because they have a disdain for retail investors? Or do you think they're having liquidity issues and they needed the cash? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.